Hi there, my name is Grant Scanlon. In this video we'll be remodelling this filled-in veranda, making the best use of space that is traditionally very narrow and difficult to use for anything really useful.
The house was originally a small workers' cottage with open verandas at the front and the back, built in 1890. Verandas were then filled in, probably in the early 1900s, as a cheap way to add extra indoor living space. The style of the filled-in verandas would have initially been in keeping with the original house, although the extra space gained wouldn't have been all that practical. Then, sometime in the 50s, what looked like a really ugly filled-in veranda was added. We don't think this was ever a veranda, just a narrow room added as cheaply as possible. Then in the 70s, any remaining character and practical layout of the house was stripped away, with filled-in verandas or similar impractical space surrounding the original cottage, all clad with fibre cement boards and aluminium windows. I suppose this was the desired look back then, and was thought to be modern. Well, in 2005, when we bought the house, it looked just awful, and those filled-in verandas were not very practical at all. So what could be done with those verandas? Do we renovate or detonate? We decided to detonate. Well, the back and side verandas anyway, because we could build something much better there, and have since done, but didn't video any of this, sorry, just took these few still photos. The front veranda we opened up and restored it to its original glory, well, close to how it may have been back in 1890.
And now we're left with this last veranda that we've already rebuilt most of the external walls for, so we could join the carport onto the house.
Filling in the carport was the most economical way to get a much needed workshop, although this has kind of sealed the fate for this remaining filled-in veranda, as we now can't open it up and can't make it any larger, so we need to make the best use of the space we have, which is where the original bathroom and laundry was. We have since built a new bathroom on the other side of the house and remodelled an old shed out the back for the laundry. So what can we use this space for?
What we plan on doing with this space is this window, we'll open it up so it is a doorway from this bedroom, which will become the master bedroom. Remove this wall, build a new wall in here that will go into the bathroom, and put a new wall in here with a doorway going into this area, as this room has a doorway that goes out onto the front veranda. So it'd make an ideal office. So this space between these two walls, between the bathroom and the office, will become a giant walk-in wardrobe. Okay, that's technically just storage, but it's still a very nice space to have off the master bedroom. We will be removing this old wall, which is traditional tongue and groove. We'll do it carefully so we can reuse these boards elsewhere. And the bathroom being this wide will be about 2.6 meters, so it'll be quite a nice size.
We will be remodelling the old bathroom, currently used as storage, as an ensuite off the master bedroom, complete with hand-built timber vanity and walk-in shower like we've done in the new main bathroom, but there will be a toilet in the ensuite as well.
But before we can do any of this, we need to remove the plumbing and electrical. We've already removed the cistern from the toilet and the seat. we just got to remove the pan. We do this with a screwdriver. Aha! Right, we're not going to be able to pull this down because this flange is in the way and it doesn't seem to want to come off. It's that bit hard. No, so we're going to have to cut it from underneath, pull it up. We've already removed the old rusty laundry tub that was in here, but we still have this pipe to get rid of, and this piping here which goes down under the floor. So we've got the lovely job of crawling under the house like a rat. Right, we've already cut the pipe here. This part goes to the old laundry and toilet, and this from the rest of the house, so we put a blocker on that so the water's still on in the rest of the house. And we basically just got to cut this off. Right, back up top again. That now comes out. As far as this waste pipe for the laundry tub goes, we can just cut that from here. Yeah, it came out by itself. Right, we can also undo this compression fitting while we're here. This we can pull up, I think, maybe not. No, it doesn't want to come. Oh, yeah, we're getting it. Aha! Right, got that one out. Right, as you can see, that drain's disappeared. Now we just got to get this piping off. More water. Right, now that pipe's loose. I had already undone the compression fitting while I was under the floor. It was just too dark to film it, and I couldn't be bothered coming all the way out just to get a light. Got it. Yeah. We also need to remove this power outlet before we can remove this piece of wall. And there's one on the other side too. But before we do this, we need to disconnect these outlets from the power, which means tracking where their cable goes. Right, I've tracked it down to this wire here, coming into this junction box. I've shut the power off at the main. Then it's a matter of separating this wire out from the junction box and reconnecting the ones that are to remain powered.
You do need to be a licensed electrician to do this in Australia.
Oh, just get out from under that house. Right, now I can pull this power outlet off. Worry about that later. Right, now we want to get these tongue and groove boards off. I think they should come off pretty easy. We'll give them a try. We'll hammer them. Get a nail into the bearer underneath. One out. Yeah. Forcing your foot round. Shit, man. Right, we want to take this wall out too, which shouldn't be too big a deal.
Well, that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll be ripping up all the lino off the floor, discovering a bit of history with the house, and putting down a new tongue and groove floor.